guys, welcome back to 11 Plus Smarties. Today we'll be doing shapes and letters too. We've already done the first one, so it's really no use going over it again. Well, now, shapes and letters is basically where, like, there is a code for figures 1, 3, and 4, or like just a code for 3 boxes, and you need to figure out the code for the other box. So there's 4 boxes, and you need to figure out the code for 1 box. So it's basically like code breaking, but for some reason it's called shapes and letters. I'm not sure why. I don't think there's a real difference. So let's look at the example. So as you can see, the correct answer is box A. RTP. Let's look why. Look for something all the shapes have in common. In this case, they are all circles. This tells us that the code for circles is R. It is in 1, 3, and 4, and also that the letter for the shape comes first. Next, look for another common characteristic. We can see that 1 and 3 both share S, so this must be the letter for a black outline. We also know that the outline letter comes second. Finally, look for any more common characteristics. We can see that 3 and 4 share Q, and that the figures share a vertical line. This also means that this characteristic comes last. So, R equals circle, shared by 1, 3, and 4. S equals black outline, shared by 1 and 3. T equals grey outline, found only in 4. P equals no vertical line, found only in 1. Q equals vertical line, shared by 3 and 4. So we are looking for a circle, R, with a grey outline, T, and no vertical line, P. All questions will use this format in the answer. So, question 1. Here we have the shapes, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a hexagon and a square. As you can see, we need to find the common characteristic in them all. So firstly, 1 and 4 share S. S must mean hexagon. Only 3 has T. That must mean square. 1 and 3 share F. That is because the shading of the lines is horizontal. M is only found in 4. So this must mean vertical lines. 3 and 4 share L. That must mean L is a quarter of the shape, so it's shaded. In the rest, half a shape. So R must mean half the shape is shaded. Let's see. In the second figure, what is this? So basically, it is a square, so it must be T. Also, the shading is horizontal like the rest except 4, so it must be F. So we have already got the first 2 letters, which are T and F, which can be C or D. And the last characteristic must be R, because half of the shape is shaded in. So this must be D. T, F, R. Only found in D. Correct. S equals hexagon, shared by 1 and 4. F equals horizontal shading, shared by 1, 2, and 3. M equals vertical shading, found only in 4. R equals half the shape is shaded, shared by 1 and 2. T equals square, shared by 2 and 3.
Get out!
L equals a quarter of the shape is shaded, Oh, my dog is here. Oh, she's really cute.
Oh, I don't
Come
know.
here. Come here. Eliza. Eliza, come here. This is my dog. This is my dog. Isn't she cute? She has one blue eye and one brown eye. And she's called Eliza. Yeah, sorry for that quick interruption. So, let's carry on where we finished. R equals half the shape is shaded, shared by 1 and 2. T equals square, shared by 2 and 3. L equals a quarter of the shape is shaded, shared by 3 and 4. So we are looking for a square, T, where horizontal shading, F, fills half the shape, R. Only D works. Question 2. Here we have a sort of sign or a circle and a Pac-Man shape, which is what I would call it, a black Pac-Man shape. 1 and 3 both share R. M. 1 and 3 both share M. This must mean it is because the Pac-Man is behind the sign or the circle. So N must mean the Pac-Man is in front of the sign or circle. So the last letter is not shared with any of them because they are all different. Let's see in what way they are all different. Because it is probably because of the sign, actually. Because the sign, it is has a line through the middle, or it is a circle, but wait. I'm not actually sure on this one. So the first letter must be N, because the Pac-Man is in front of the circle, right? And the last letter I'm not sure about. So it is either M, T, or S. Let's see. So why would it be M? Well, NM. Why would it be M? I'm not sure. It doesn't really provide us with much information. So NT. NT, it isn't like the rest. And S, however, S is also in. Oh, I get it, because of what I said earlier, the sign, how the sign is, the format of the sign. They are all different, except from 1 and 2. 1 and 2 both share S, so it must be D. Well, let's hope so. Incorrect. Let's see where I went wrong. So it was C. Let's see. M equals 3/4 shape at the back. Yeah. Oh, 3/4 shape at the back. Oh, yeah. This is what I said. Shared by 1 and 3. S equals cross circle in front. Found only in 1. N equals 3/4 shape in front. Wait, so S means crossed circle in front. Oh, cross circle in front. And in this, there's this sign in front. And in this, there's this sign behind. So what we're looking for is a 3/4 shape in front, N, followed by a cross circle at the back. A new letter, meaning only C can work. Oh, so it's a new letter. That's why. That's why it's C. Question 3. So here we have sort of drops of water. They're black and white, sort of shaded, and they're all facing different directions except from 3 and 4. So let's see. The last letter 2 and 4 share. They share it because they are white, so K must mean black. K is black, L is white. Z, X, and Y are all different. That's because they're facing in different ways. So the third figure is facing the same way as 4, so it must be Y, and it is black, so it must be K. So YK. See? B. Correct. Z equals top right pointing shape, found only in 1. X equals top left pointing shape, found only in 2. Y equals bottom left pointing shape, shared by 3 and 4. Black, K equals black, shared by 1 and 3. L equals white, shared by 2 and 4. So we are looking for a bottom left pointing shape, Y, which is black, K, making B the only possible answer. Question 4. So in here there are 2 different lines crossing over to make sort of an X shape. Either they so what do they have in common? Well, I guess that the first thing is the colour, because none of them have the same colour, except from 1 and 3. So the first letter of the third figure must be G. Wait, it's not on there. Oh wait, it's because let's see, so the first letter is unknown, because we don't know what they're all different about. So, yeah. Now, the last letter, T and T, 1 and 4 both share. That's because the line on the left is in front of the line on the right. However, this is not the case in 2 and 3. So, the last letter of 3 must be... It's... Everything is different. I'm not totally sure. Let's just take a guess. Let's just say A, and we'll probably be correct. So let's see why it's A. FW. So G equals grey right-leaning rectangle at back. Oh, so the grey right-leaning. So this one. Rectangle at the back. So that rectangle is at the back. Means G. F equals grey left-leaning rectangle at back. And H equals white right-leaning rectangle at back, found only in 4. T equals grey left-leaning rectangle in front, shared by 1 and 4. W equals grey right-leaning rectangle in front, found only in 3. V equals white right-leaning rectangle in front, found only in 2. So we are looking for a grey left-leaning rectangle at back, F, followed by a grey right-leaning rectangle in front, W. Only A works. That's why it's A, folks. Question 5. So here we have a circle and 2 shapes inside it. So the circle, the outline of the circle is either dotted or like bold. So the first letter, 2 and 4 share, L. This is because the shape is black, the outline of the circle. The second letter, 2 and 3 share, which is N. This is because they both have a 4-sided, a quadrilateral inside of them, I think so. And so 1 must start with K because the outline is dotted, and the second letter must be N because it has a quadrilateral inside it, so yeah. Maybe it's because it's when the quadrilateral is at the top left, so it must start with M actually, because that's not the case. So basically it's KM so far, KM. So the last letter must be probably not like the rest, because D and D, well, D must mean the sign is on the top right corner, on the bottom right corner, sorry. And 3, E, must mean the, like, circled donut shape, so, is on the bottom right. However, 1 doesn't have any of those characteristics, so it's another letter, which is P. So KMP, which is B. Let's see. Correct. K equals dotted circle, shared by 1 and 3. L equals solid circle, shared by 2 and 4. D equals cross circle, bottom right, shared by 2 and 4. N equals diamond, top left, shared by 2 and 3. E equals hoop circle, bottom right, found only in 3. M equals hoop circle, top left, shared by 1 and 4. Question mark equals diamond, bottom right, found only in 1. So we are looking for a dotted circle, K, with a hoop circle, top left, M, and a diamond, bottom right, new letter. Only B works. Question 6. So here we have 2 types of shape, an oval and a sort of arrow shape. And inside of them we also have 2 varieties of shape, clouds and stars. So let's see. F, the first letter, 1 and 2 share. This is the characteristic of being an oval. So K must mean being an arrow. So 4 must have K because it is also an arrow. So it's either B or C now. We've quickly eliminated A and D. So it's either Y or R, the second letter. Basically, W and W. So what do these have in common? The 2 stars. So because there are 2 clouds, the last letter of the shape must be R, because it also has 2 clouds. So let's see. It's probably KR, which is C. I might get it wrong, so incorrect. So the correct answer is B. I think I get why now, because basically inside the shape, the cloud, 1 cloud is black and 1 cloud is white. However, in 4, both clouds are white, so basically the inside of the shape is different. So it's a whole new letter altogether, so it can only be B. That's why. Question 7. Oh, I've probably done very badly right now in this test, so let's see how much I've got so far. Probably haven't got 4 out of 6, yeah. I've done 2 wrong. Well, 1 I guessed, and I don't know how I got it right. So question 7. Now we have this shape, like, I'm not sure what to call it. You can say in the messages what you would think it was called, but I'll just call it the shape because it's a shape. So here we have like the diamond star kite sort of thing. So let's look what they have in common. V and V for 1 and 3. Well, they're both facing the shape. The shape is facing right, the curve is at the right side. And W must mean the curve left. So already we know that 4 starts with W because the curve is at the left. So we eliminated A straight away. And now we have a variety of shapes inside, which I think, so F and F, that must represent that star, that sort of star. In 2 and 3. In 1 we have E because of the diamond star sort of shape, And in 4 we have a new shape altogether, so it can't be the same letter that's already been used. So it's probably WG, actually. WG, yeah. So that's B. Correct. I've already told you about something, like how to do this, so I'll give you a few seconds to read the explanation. Okay, done. So question 8. So here we have J and J. So this is what they share for the first letter. It's probably because maybe of the balls, but yeah, the balls. Maybe it's a line. No, it isn't the line because because the fourth figure also has the line, so it's not that. It's the balls. They have the same amount of balls too. So that must the first letter must mean the amount of balls. 3 and 4 share that characteristic. So K, it must start with K, which is all of them. So we haven't eliminated anything yet. And the second letter. So now they are all different. I think this must be like, I'm not sure, wait. I think that they're just all different in some way. Oh, maybe it's because, like, F equals a line with like a vertical line and a horizontal line underneath the shape. Then G must mean two lines, two vertical lines and a horizontal line under the shape. And 3 must mean two vertical lines. So that's it. And wait, no. And I must mean just like a blank space. So blank space with a horizontal line underneath the shape again. So they're all different. So it can't be G. It can't be the same letter again. So it's M. It must be M for the second one. So we can already see that the only one is D. But let's just test it out because we might be wrong. So they all share the same shape, and they all have L, so it must be KML, which is D. So I think I'm right. Incorrect. So another one incorrect. Yeah, I'm doing really badly. So the answer is B. Let's figure out why. Because J is 2 black dots, yeah, as I said. F equals beak shape with 1 vertical line. Oh, beak shape with 1 vertical line. I'm not sure if I really get that. What's the beak shape? Like this sort of thing. Okay, anyway. Beak shape with 1 vertical line, found only in 1. Found only in 1. I'm not sure. Maybe it's referring to the 1 line. So L equals underline, shared by 1, 2, and 4. K equals 3 black dots, shared by 3 and 4. M equals not underlined, found only in 3. G equals beak shape with 2 vertical lines, shared by 2 and 3. I equals beak shape with no vertical lines, found only in 4. So we are looking for 3 black dots, K, followed by a beak shape with 2 vertical lines, G, and finally, not underlined, M, meaning B, is the correct answer. Question 9. So what do these have in common? M and N. Well, they have the same shapes, I guess. So the fourth figure must start with J. So we eliminate A and B. Now, the last letter must be L, because the shapes are slightly like pulled out, and in 2 and 3 they're normal, which is K. So 4 must be J, L. So J, L, D. Correct. So I'll give you a few seconds to read this explanation. Okay, so question 10, the last question. Well, here we have 3 shapes. It's probably about the order. Yeah, well, there's nothing really else about the code. So, RW, SW, TX. So, the first one, they're all different. It's probably because the order is different in all of them. And in 4, the first letter is also unknown, because we don't know. So it can't... Wait, so let's just move on to the next letter, to the final letter. So W is shared in both, in 1 and 2. It's probably because the cross is at the, like, is the last shape. So X must mean, like, that's the, like, star, I'm not sure what to call it, like, cross shape is at the, like, is the last shape, so 4 must have, wait, no, X means that the cross is not, at the, is not the last figure, so that's, it must end with X, which is B and D. R or S. So it's, is it 1 or 2? It's probably 1, because the, like, this shape is at the start. So R, X. So that's B. Correct. This is tricky. R equals white shape on left. Oh, so that's R. W equals O shape before X shape, shared by 1 and 2. S equals white shape in middle, found only in 2. T equals white shape on the right, found only in 3. X equals X shape before O shape, shared by 3 and 4. So we are looking for a white shape on the left, R, followed by the X shape before the O shape, X, which can only be B. Thanks for listening, and I think we got a bad score today, but that doesn't really matter. Bye.